welcome everybody to this edition of Trowel Time, coming to you from our campus in beautiful Alma, Michigan, garden spot of the Midwest. Not really, but close enough. Good to have you here with us today, and as always, we have our erstwhile producer behind the cameras, Ben Tigner.
Hello, Ben.
It's kind of a weak applause for Ben, but okay. Dirk Hughes is back in the corner, going to give us our Masonic Minute this wonderful day. Thank you, Dirk. Next to him is our one and only audience all the time, Bill Sickle from Ithaca, Breckenridge, Alma Lodges. Bill, thanks for being here. Cheryl's with us if she wants to be. Darren Thompson back behind handling Mailbag and upcoming events and all that good stuff. So thank you, Darren, for being here. On the couch, as always, is Tom Braun, our Grand Lecturer. Tom, good to have you.
Nice to be here today.
And Bill Finkel, our Grand Secretary, past Grand Master. Good to have you, Bill.
Good to be here on a sunny day.
Thank you. It's a beautiful day outside.
Day.
Yeah, we took a little ride at lunch, and it was very nice. It's a gorgeous day. It's supposed to cool down a little tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it's fall, and it's supposed to do that. So, yeah, we're very glad to be here. Glad to have you here with us today. Tom, what's happening in the world of Masonic ritual?
Well, Bob, we just completed the Any All Degree Day in Owasso.
How'd that go?
It was wonderful. We had 21 entered apprentices. We had 25 fellow crafts, and we raised 30 brothers to the sublime degree.
Is that an accurate number?
It kept going, which was good, right?
30 Master Masons.
So it was a great day for everybody that participated in the degree work, did great work.
Good.
And Bill and I had a chance to do the second section in the short form, so that was always fun.
Okay.
Yep.
And I always ask him the question is, since when did King Solomon have a British accent? But he hasn't been able to answer that yet.
Well, I think since they moved to
I
England.
think so. From England. That should be the right answer,
right.
right?
That's right.
When he got educated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Speaking the Queen's English, that's when everything
There we
started
go.
going better.
God
Yeah.
live the Queen.
And we're excited to, this month, we start the ritual competition.
Okay.
So that's starting to go.
What are we competitioning on this year?
We are, the piece of ritual is the charge to the charge to the wardens this year.
Oh, charge to the warden. Sorry.
On the installation.
Yeah.
And so we're getting excited about seeing the brothers participate
Yeah,
in
it's
that.
kind of the missed charge, isn't it?
It is.
Because the master, he gets his, and the brethren, that's a good one.
Right.
The wardens are
And-
kind of forgotten.
Yeah, there's only those two guys, and a lot
That's
of
right.
people don't pay attention.
That's
so
right.
It's a good piece
They
of
never
Especially
ritual.
the two guys.
Yeah, especially those two men.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we know those two
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And we also completed the 11 short videos with Ben's help. He did a great job with me.
Yeah,
And
good.
they're out
Smattering
on
of
the
applause.
in the resource area of Grandview under the Master Mason degree.
Yeah,
You can
I've watched
Look at it. Okay.
They're pretty
And,
good.
Yeah, I've had a lot of good feedback so
I'm
far from
glad. I think
people
you
that
should.
want to see the duties and responsibilities of their places or stations.
It's very helpful.
And the last thing that we've been very excited about and working on the last couple of months is the abridged version for the second section of the Master Mason degree. We've had a lot of practices, and at the Any Degree Day, we rolled that out as the second section. It came off really well. So our next step will be to film it and hopefully put that out on Grandview so the craft can take a look at an alternative for the second section. And it only takes 7 brothers to perform it. So small lodges throughout the state will have a better opportunity to complete their own work.
Sure. Instead of the same guy being the first ruffian, the seafaring man, the wayfaring man,
Yeah, we've had a few of those degrees,
Gotcha.
right?
5 of the fellow crafts, yeah.
And hopefully that'll be completed by the middle of next month and
Great.
available before the end of the year.
I'm excited about that.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
That
All
worked
right.
well. That worked.
Yeah, good.
Well, I got a good review from Bill, so that makes it.
Yeah.
that-
From Bill.
Yeah, he just-
Absolutely.
yeah.
That doesn't happen very often,
I
so
know.
you might hang on to that. Bill,
Yes, sir.
Brother Grand Secretary, how are things going in the Grand Secretary's world?
Busy.
Busy? What's up?
Well, October 20th was the deadline for Form 52s.
Yeah.
So we going through those. The Grandmaster will go through all 372 of them.
That's not a bad submission, though,
That is
right?
that is probably the lowest we've had in several years.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And
Yeah.
what's even more exciting, Bob, is the 165 lodges had 0.
Okay.
And that's a goal that every lodge would try to get to, and we wouldn't have to go through this every year.
Excellent. Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, very good.
So we'll get that out as quick as we can.
Okay. What else is up for the fall?
Well, installation season's coming. I'm getting
Yeah.
requests for installations, so about 20, 21 up to now.
Yeah.
So we'll be busy starting in November. The lodge asked for dispensation to do theirs on the last Saturday, which is November 30th. So we'll get into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you, you're going to vote and then install, but remember, this is the time of year when those of us that pay dues should really think about paying our dues. So don't wait until December, then it gets too much, right? So pay it now, pay it in November, and then we don't have to mess with it next year, and hopefully those MPDs will keep coming down so we don't have to deal with that again.
Well, and to pay online, you gotta have an account with Grandview. And I checked this morning. We have 3,006 statewide, which is way lower than it should be.
Right.
So we need to get people to register with Grandview so they can then do the payments online.
Yeah.
That'll help us.
So
a
everybody
lot.
got a postcard about how to do that. Everybody has access to the website. We'll have information available there. If you still get stuck, though, you don't need to go through it alone. Just contact the Grand Lodge office, and they'll be happy to help you get set up and get registered. And once you are, everything starts to get a lot easier. I'll guarantee it. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yep.
Anything else on the secretary side?
There's always something.
There is. Yeah.
And we're gonna a little bit later. I think you'll hear more.
Okay.
We got a question coming in, so.
Okay. Yeah. I had the pleasure last week of going out to Alexandria. So Alexandria, Virginia, for those of you that don't know, I'm a member out at that lodge, Alexandria, Washington, number 22. And our lodge was part of the processional and other components of relaying the Cornerstone at Mount Vernon.
Oh.
So they're going through a huge renovation out at Mount Vernon, and they found the Cornerstone in that building, which might struck me as odd, because usually we don't do a private residence, but they found a Cornerstone. That's a mansion, of course, so it's a big building, and they took this stone out. There wasn't a square corner anywhere on that thing, though, I'll tell you. No, so whoever the craftsmen were that did that one did not perform their work well. But the Grand Lodge of Virginia, the whole bunch of them, there was a big crowd. The Grand Master, they came on a very blustery day and relayed the Cornerstone according to ancient form and ceremony. And AW Lodge did a great job, as did all of the Masons. Grand Lodge of Indiana was there, well represented, and many others as well. But it was a lot of fun. It was a great day. It was fun to be out there, and was kind of a neat experience to be at Mount Vernon and lay that Cornerstone to keep that building viable for another, really about 300 years. So it's an old house, but it was a lot of fun. It was good to be there. I know during those times you were doing all kinds of stuff. The Grand Lodge of Michigan's been out and actively involved, and we've got a festive board coming up with Prince Hall again, Grand Lodge on December 27th.
Right.
Same place,
And
same
what-
time, same bat channel down in Ann Arbor at Weber's.
Correct.
By the way, if you put I did too. I put Weber's into maps on my phone. It's Weber's.
Really?
It's Weber's. It says we're now going to Weber's, and I thought, oh hell, it got wrong. I'm going to the wrong place again, which happens to me with Siri quite often. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back, and Mailbag will be coming up.
Are you looking for the latest Masonic apparel, materials, and literature from the craft? Look no more. At MichiganMasonicStore.com, you can find everything from hats and shirts to tumblers, blankets, and books. Our shirts come in a range of sizes and with logos and branding custom stitched for the Michigan Masons. Don't wait. Visit MichiganMasonicStore.com now.
Welcome back. And while we were at commercial break, we had a surprise visitor show up. Our own Grandmaster, Eugene Abbaticchio. Eugene,
Thank you.
thanks for being here. I believe this is your first visit to Trowel Time.
It
Yes,
is.
Grandmaster.
It is. It's
Yeah?
my first visit.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yeah.
And just kind of soak it in.
Kind of,
This
like I
is-
said, it's an honor to be here.
It is. It really is, yeah. It's an honor for us to have you here with us. We appreciate it.
Glad I'm reaching out to all 3 viewers.
Yeah, yeah, they're small, but a dedicated group of people.
That's
I'll tell you
right.
now.
Absolutely.
And our one person over in Sweden. Yay.
That's right.
Thank you.
I know it's a lot bigger than that, Bob. I know. I was just kidding.
We do what we can do.
You do. You do.
So, Grandmaster, at Grand Lodge, in your remarks, you had a little request of those listening to your words. And,
I did.
And that
Yes.
has, we've got a report on that. So, why don't you tell our viewing audience of 4
Well,
what you had asked for and then what the result has been.
Yes, at Grand Lodge, as you will recall, for those that were there, I, instead of doing a personal fundraiser for the First Lady and myself, actually my wife Brenda came up with it and said that we should just follow what was done the previous year and just do the fundraiser for the foundation. And I am absolutely humbled that I was told this morning that so far, 6 months into the year, that we have, the brothers and the lodges out there have given $31,548.40. Absolutely.
That's great.
And that
Fantastic.
just tells you the power of our fraternity.
Absolutely.
And what we can do.
Absolutely.
So, on behalf of the First Lady and myself, thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
job.
And on behalf of
Yeah.
the foundation, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Oh, it is.
So, how's
It
your
is.
year been going, Grandmaster?
Oh, it's
You
great,
been-
Bob. You
Yeah.
know, up here every week,
Yeah.
talking to
We've seen a lot
everybody and
of
all
you.
that. Can't
Yeah.
get to see all the carcasses of deer along
That's right.
127 on my way
That's
up
right.
here, and the construction, and
Yeah.
enjoying it though. It's the one thing I do love to travel. So,
Well, thank
It's
God
always
for that,
good.
because you're doing a lot of it. Yeah.
yep,
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
doing a lot of traveling.
And maybe
Meeting a lot of-
someday, before we die, they'll have the roads finished and we'll actually be able
Well,
to
I'm
drive in
hoping.
peace.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
No,
It's a
I don't
wish.
think so. I think that's not going to happen.
But yeah, no, I've always enjoyed traveling ever since Bill here started hauling me around back in, what was it, 2012, 2013, and then
Yeah.
certainly when he was Grandmaster.
Yeah, it was only 87 then.
Yeah, I know.
Slow
I
down a
know.
little bit.
Oh,
Listen,
Yep, but
stick around because we're going to do our mailbag and Darren's going to lead us through. Darren, what do you got in the mailbag?
Little
And
sheets of
we're going to have the Grandmaster give you a hand here.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait.
Light mailbag. We have a few comments on our YouTube channel from our many visitors or our many viewers. Marag, which we know is Mark Rogers, commented that with over 1,000 subscribers, our views should be well over what we have. We agree.
We
The
agree.
likes or dislikes, which we wouldn't have any, should be the same as views or closer. Maybe we need to talk about this during an episode. Talk about our analytics. So if you're watching, hit that like button.
Hit the like button, hit
Yeah.
the subscribe button, right? Do we
Yes.
have a subscribe button?
We have a subscribe to our channel.
Okay,
If you
so
just
hit the
look up
subscribe
YouTube,
button, click the like button.
Go to YouTube, look up Michigan Masons, subscribe to our channel. You
Do
get
we know
alerts.
who clicks the like and dislike button?
I don't know that we can tell who does.
I
but
think we do. So be careful what you click, folks.
you can definitely see who's commenting. But
you're kind of pushing them towards that like button a little
That's
bit
right.
there, Bob.
We'll get you over there.
another one from Mark responding to last month's episode where you talked about tickets being on Ticketmaster. He says, "The search for tickets came up with 0 results. I'm not paying scalper prices." Don't blame me.
I don't either. Absolutely.
Okay, we have another comment which turns into a question from Brother RW. He says, "I'm an EA at Battle Creek 12 and wanted to thank you for putting the show out." You're welcome, brother. "It was great to listen and learn while doing chores around the house. All that being said, what advice would you give a new brother as they learn the craft?"
Well, I would suggest that they work with their mentor and travel through the district. Travel to other lodges. Get to know the brothers, the well-informed brothers who will always be willing, you can take it from there, Bill. What do they do?
Really?
Building, come on, you're the ritual guy.
They give
Come on.
instruction.
You got that. And for him to accept it.
Wow. I got that one right, Grandmaster.
There you go.
Yeah.
Any other?
Well, I'll tell
thoughts?
you, he said while he's doing chores around the house, there are a lot of opportunities for folks that need chores done around the house.
Yeah.
PM me.
And this coming up these next few months is a great time to travel with installations all over, almost every night in
Absolutely.
December and weekends and into January.
Yeah, go to Lodge.
Go to Lodge.
Go to Lodge. Even
Take
if
your
it's
passport.
even if it's a
If you don't
different
have a
degree, go to
Masonic
Lodge.
passport, get one from us.
Yeah.
Get one from your secretary and start filling that out.
Yeah. Are we still doing a lot of passports? Do you find that they're
Not a lot.
Kinda
We need
drifted
to kind
off?
of regenerate that program, but
So,
there's still
yeah.
some coming in.
Contact Darren and get a Masonic passport. It's a great way to kind of keep track of going to Lodge and going to different events and
Yep.
and doing stuff. And when we started that, we had several that went all the way to the top,
Yeah.
right?
And actually, the one I'm showing you is the platinum level. This is the one that you want to attain.
Yeah, and that'll get you
start out
into
with
the
blue.
Delta Club Lounge too.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That'll get you season tickets to Trowel Time.
It will.
Yeah. Just show this.
Yeah. Bill can have
Step right
somebody
in,
to
sir.
stand next to.
There you go.
So if you need one, get a hold of us or your secretary. And if you've got installations coming up, you know the details, let me know. We'll get them on the calendar, get them in the news. in the,
Absolutely. And if you go,
weekly
you get
news.
your passport signed,
Right.
checked off, right, stamped and signed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just talking about installations and that, we do have some happening in the later parts of November.
Yeah.
There's been a few of them already scheduled and all that, and got special dispensations. So, if you're looking to do installations, I know we got one in the middle of the state in West Branch. And where was the other one? Do you recall?
No, not right now.
But yeah, they're out there. So, look them up. We'd
Very
love
good.
to have you.
Absolutely.
There's a great one happening here on December 7th, but I don't want to step on the toes of the Grand Masters Lodge because it's the same day. So,
Or on the toes of Three Oaks Lodge because
Or
it's
Three
the same
Oaks,
day.
yes.
Yeah.
first Saturday is very popular for
Yes, it
installations.
is. All right.
All right, next question. In Blue Book, it says a lodge in this grand jurisdiction shall not ballot on the election of a petitioner to receive the EA degree in Masonry until the Grand Secretary shall advise in writing that the lodge may proceed with the petition. How do we obtain this approval from the Grand Secretary? And that is a planted question from me.
Well, you get a hold of the Grand Secretary through Form 2. Form 2 is available, and every lodge should send that in with every petition that they get. Why do we have a Form 2? To prevent a man whose petition has been rejected by one lodge from petitioning another lodge in the hope that his previous rejection will not be discovered. A record is kept in the Grand Lodge of Office of all rejections for the degrees. So we can check to see if this person has petitioned another lodge, been rejected from another lodge. We have those records. We need to know that and be able to give that information before a lodge proceeds with the candidate. Form 2's been around how long, Bob?
175 years.
Yeah.
I would say, based on the ones that I get in here, it's, if I say 25% are doing it, that might be pushing it.
Yeah, I think it's
So
very low.
It
It always has been.
is
And,
very helpful for a lot of reasons, not just for that, but it can catch, we'll see their current address.
Yep.
If that address happens to be out of state, that'll be a flag for us to make sure
Right.
we've got a waiver from that
Yep.
state.
Yep.
And we recently had an incident where brothers went through the degrees that shouldn't have because they haven't lived in this state for 12 months. They haven't lived in this state at all, which makes it even worse. But that just happened recently. We're taking steps to correct that, but it happened.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of work that has to go in now. Plus,
Yeah.
the issues of the men themselves who came through not knowing that it was a
Yeah.
problem. So it is a great idea, fellas, to submit a form. If you can't do the Form 2, fine, do the best you can. Send the Grand Secretary's office a copy of the petition or something, that's fine. We'll take it from there.
Yep.
And the Form 2 is available for you secretaries and assistant secretaries. It's always been on the Grand Lodge website at michiganmasons.org in the officers folder under all the secretary forms. It's also posted in Grandview under the resources and forms on the left side menu. So
Okay?
it's right there.
There you go.
So
And it's
no
a very
use not
simple
to
form.
And today, we don't have to worry about the slowness of the United States Postal Service, although I think they're doing a great job, but we can do it instantaneously.
Is this your political comment of the day, or what?
No, I'm terrified of mail people, so I know what they can do if they set their minds to it. All right. Did that answer the question?
It did.
Is that the end of our mailbag?
That is the end of the mailbag, except I will ask one question of the Grand Lecturer. I have 3 guys from Alma Lodge that would like to request the next competition or a future competition be on the working tools.
Okay, well, that's how
Well,
we
you know what
started.
they've
Those guys.
been, you know what they've been
Started
studying.
with the working tools, and
Yeah.
we're going to finish up the progression of the charges at the installation. But we'll come back to that. We'll recycle through it.
Sometime in the
Okay.
next 10 years. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So
All
that
right.
is the mailbag. If you have any questions,
Thank you
you'd
for
like
the
to
mailbag.
submit.
We're going to take a
Alright.
break. We'll be right back with upcoming events and our Masonic Minute.
Every day we make choices. Choices to help ourselves, choices that help those around us. When it's time to make a choice about your senior living options, consider Masonic Pathways. We offer choices for entertainment, socialization, and most importantly, choices that make life easier for you. When it's time to discuss choices in your life, make Masonic Pathways your first choice and contact our care team today.
Take it away, Darren. Upcoming events.
All right, we have a few upcoming events to report. One is the 75th anniversary celebration at Solomon's Key, number 580. It is Saturday, November 9th, and they are located in Allen Park. Social hour at 5, dinner at 6. The cost is $20 a piece.
At the lodge, is it?
At the lodge, yep. And you
At
can
the
RSVP to Most Worshipful Brother Leonard Davis by Sunday, November 3rd.
Okay.
And we'll put his email address up there for you. And you can also find this in your Hiram's Herald and on the Grand Lodge calendar.
Very good.
Fellowship Lodge, number 236. They're having a flagpole dedication to all veterans who have defended our nation. It's going to be at the Swartz Creek Lodge, where Fellowship meets, along with Swartz Creek and Morning Star. That is on November 12th, 2024. They're going to assemble at 5, a ceremonial flag raising at 5:30, and there will be a meal to follow, as you would expect from any Masonic event.
Correct.
That is November 12th in Swartz Creek. And I will reiterate the Joint Festive Board. It is Friday, December 27th at Weber's, Ann Arbor.
That's right.
Social hour at
Weber's
6.
for all of us.
Dinner and Festive Board at 7. It is $45. There are ticket links available at michiganmasons.org, in Hiram's Herald, and on the Grandview calendar of events. If you can't find it, let us know.
Thank you, Darren.
You're welcome.
Great job. Lots of stuff coming up. Make sure that you take advantage of it. Go to these things. They're a lot of fun. It'll enrich your Masonic experience. And with that, to enrich our Masonic experience, Dirk Hughes, Director of our Museum and Library. Take it away, Dirk, with our Masonic Minute.
And I don't believe in time.
Thank you, Bob. As usual, I'm always happy to be here. So with the upcoming elections, I thought it was appropriate to do a Masonic Minute on our brother Gerald R. Ford, who is a longtime U.S. Congressman, 38th President of the United States, and Freemason. He was born in 1913 as Leslie Lynch King in Omaha, Nebraska. His mother moved him to Grand Rapids, Michigan at a very young age, and he took on the name of Gerald Rudolph Ford Jr. after his mother remarried in 1917, coincidentally to Gerald Rudolph Sr. He was raised in East Grand Rapids with his 3 half-brothers, became very active in the Boy Scouts of America, and achieved the rank of Eagle Scout. A star athlete in high school, he would go on to attend the University of Michigan and play football for the Wolverines as center and linebacker to help them pull off 2 consecutive undefeated seasons in 1932 and 1933, while also securing spots on the 1934 East-West Shrine Game and the 1935 Collegiate All-Star football team. Brother Ford would attend Yale Law School and graduate in 1941, but almost immediately enlisted in the U.S. Navy after the attack on Pearl Harbor and served on the USS Monterey, an aircraft carrier which saw action in the Pacific Theater. Honorably discharged in 1946, he would soon run for and win the seat as the U.S. representative for Michigan's 5th Congressional District, a seat he would successfully defend and hold for the next 25 years, 12 of those as House Minority Leader, before being appointed to the Vice Presidency of the United States in 1973. Brother Ford automatically assumed the U.S. presidency upon the resignation of Richard Nixon and held the position of U.S. President, the most recent of our 14 presidents to have been Freemasons, until January 20th of 1977. Brother Ford passed away on December 26, 2006, at the age of 93 at his home in California. He was initiated into the fraternity in 1949 in Malta Lodge 465, now Doric Lodge 342 in Grand Rapids, and raised to the sublime degree of a Master Mason in 1951, becoming a life member there in 1991. Before we finish, I have a couple of trivia tidbits I think you all will enjoy. This is my favorite. While attending law school at Yale, he earned extra money by being a successful male model. All right, maybe that's not my favorite. In 1963...
I'm just in a state of shock.
No, that's true. It's like print magazine stuff.
Yeah, well, the only pictures I've really ever seen of him are when he's significantly older than he was at that point.
Yeah, but he's looking good. You gotta admit. The guy was handsome. In 1963, he was appointed by President Lyndon Johnson to the Warren Commission, a special task force to investigate the assassination of John F. Kennedy. He was the only U.S. president to ever hold the office of president, never having been elected as president nor vice president. He was appointed and to both. Well, fell into the presidency after Nixon retired or resigned.
Resigned.
A nice way of saying
And
resigned.
fell into the vice presidency when Agnew was.
So Brother Ford doesn't just have an aircraft carrier named after him, but he also has a whole class of aircraft carriers named after him that will eventually include 10 of the top-of-line U.S. Navy nuclear-powered super carriers. That's my trivia stuff. What do you think of that stuff? You like it?
It was very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dirk,
You're welcome.
for that wonderful program that you gave us. That wraps up Trowel Time for this episode. Thank you to the crew, cast, guests, and we'll see you next month in November on Trowel Time.
Good night, sweetie.